I've been working on a manuscript called On, because all of the pieces in it address particular subjects. And I just see Gillian sitting in the back. Part of my idea for doing this was after having been asked to do something for her war issue, I kind of like to get an assignment, so I gave myself a bunch of assignments. I'm just going to read one piece. It's in 9 sections. It's called On Rooks. Oops. And there are some references that I'm sure you will pick up on, but at play here, there's a little bit of Waiting for Godot, a little bit of The Confidence Man, a smaller amount of Moby Dick, a certain amount of ornithology, a little bit of marine biology. On Rooks. 1. Power. Dee Dee, says Gogo, tell him it's Patso. Hand in hand, off the 3-posted bed, into the hands of who predicted the move. Let me explain. There are words I can't use to define this, and by can't, I mean that no one will stop me. Is there a way to address power that slips away from narrative? Let me explain. There's a fat one and a skinny one, a pair of bowlers, or a shotgun wrapped in paper. But what of those who know only derbies, or who think of pork pie as food? Put another way, there's a riverboat in the issue of costume and the unavoidable instrument of confidence. Whaling ship, same problem. 2. Outline. Rooks in the oak tops, leaf pins pierce feet, tender visitor humbled. Fog, distant breakers, a truck in reverse. This season, too soon to tell. Or a catalog of friends abandoned or abandoning friends. Rook in oak calls to brethren that special call, the one they've been waiting for. Assessment. Charity thinketh no evil. Put another way, all hands on deck. Conclusion. They must all be ghosts. Recap. Fog, dusk, broad-winged rooks drop pebbles in the trout stream. Ash season, smoke, red cloud curtain, sun sequestered, fire scrimmed. Distant giant pine, research type later, should be silhouette, instead dimensioned in setting sunlight. Reference 1, Demeter and Matronera, cheated mothers. Neither lit by Helios, spy, nor adroit enough to step from the story. An acorn falls, misses. References 2 and 3. Evening wind arrives like a messenger with winged feet, like in the good old days, as Dee Dee says. Study the mysteries, says someone else. Forget Cleos. 3. On power, on rooks. Face says that was my family's business. 10,000 acres, 20,000 immortal head, and turns to the olive paste, through the plate glass doors that seem so clear when closed. Or perhaps they were chicken wings, but anyway, the glass doesn't break, or the forehead, and the rookie woods stand beshrouded in shadows that cast under crepuscular wings in someone's dream of contiguity. Telegraphy in the branches, wingless voices below, and somehow, despite the conflagration, or because of it, gravity, or the face we've been waiting for, pulls us to the kitchen, and the money from our pockets, or pledges of belief. 4. Geography from 30,000 feet. Against the undeniability of the actual physical Earth, there's the actual undeniable inner map that's more than a map, that removes intervening space and time. This may have nothing to do with power. It's just that novelty has been replaced with knowledge. There's no point to this really, just an observation that longing for a place is completely separate from being there. In the tropics, there are no rooks. Paul writes from Bagnone, the angels aren't true. Martha from Vermont It hasn't stopped raining. Nathaniel from Borneo, the guide, died at the headwaters. Ray has discovered the horizon lurking between the dot and the vertical of the lowercase letter I. As clouds a century below track clustered, then converge as pointless covers, but that's surface talk, voice-motivated talk. Take the boy from the country, and all space travels as one. Whaling ship, same problem. Spread as they are, across a time zone suave at night, how not to think of omens, the wings of rooks. No rooks. Five, no rooks. There are no crows in the tropics, nor Yankee senators, nor kelp boats with otters. Instead, please find the humu humu nuku nuku apu a'a, the bird and the rainbow wrasse, the snowflake moray eel, the angel tang. These are not exactly true unless, of course, you're human, for humans are entranced with nitrogen and the effects of their mastery of nature. Put another way, can I measure the algae on the reef at Kaunaoa from one decade to the next, or have I just not made the record clear? Crows. In truth, there are no rooks in California. Not rooks, qua rooks, chess excluded, but crows and crows galore, all of them corvids. The rook is generally gregarious, the crow solitary, but taxonomies are beside the point, maybe. Here the problem of specificity looms, the poet smiling, imagining a world where ornithologists read poems and argue the fine points of classification. Unwilling to stop the progression of castle to corvid to grifter in disguise, I've been taking the broad view, though on my left shoulder Pound's enunciation reminds me about leaves, and on my right Brumfield's essay on visual language notices that while the properly indoctrinated see birds, maybe corvids in the cartoon sky, a child correctly asks why the sky has so many check marks. 7 corvids. Twin sonic thunders punch the house. The crows barely notice. John Keats is a movie now, finally arriving at a station everyone can understand. Corvus in the palm trees, Corvus in the oaks, who's left to marvel at what we've done? By done, I mean the chaparral, ready to burn just past the development's patches of foreign flora and spreads of green. Crow finds worm, crow finds poisoned rat, crow, crow, crow. 8, the point of sparrows in a book of crows. You title me, runneth over, on the island of lost friends. You title me the wrong title on the island of knots. The ark, boat, or story, any way you want it to. The boat, the ark, the story are exactly as you want them. 9, wrestling. One more time, Proteus's fire to water to lion, down in Seal Town in kelp festoon. One more time, where rooks don't travel, bearded man, his daughter, act out the ambush, but one more time, it's not what it seems. Or it is, and Proteus only stands for a god, and his daughter a frigate bird, and the rook crowing, the faithful confuse one island with the one that's not. Okay, thanks.